part of a group. 5th grade, Chapter 7, Lesson 1. Unlock the problem. Maya collects stamps. She has 20 stamps in her collection. 4/5 of her stamps have been canceled. How many of the stamps in Maya's collection have been canceled? Find 4/5 of 20. Put 20 counters on your math board. Since you want to find 4/5 of the stamps, you should arrange the 20 counters in how many equal groups, guys? So how many placemats do they have, Brad? 5. And then it says to draw the counters in equal groups below. How many counters are in each group? So basically this is kind of like when we learn to divide, where we have our 5 placemats and then we start drawing. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So how many counters do I have in each group then? 4. And then each group represents how many numbers of stamps. So this all together would be 5/5, right? So what would be one of those mats?
4.
What would be one of the mats?
1.
1/5. How many groups do we need to circle? So we want 4/5, right? So how many of those 1/5 do we need to circle? 4 of them. So we need to circle 4 groups. So we circled 4 groups. How many counters did we circle? So we had 4 groups of 4, so how many did we circle?
16.
16. So 4/5 of 20 equals
16.
16, or 4/5 times 20 equals
16.
16. So
16.
the stamps have been canceled. Example, Max's stamp collection has stamps from different countries. He has 12 stamps from Canada. Of those 12, 2/3 of them have pictures of Queen Elizabeth II. How many stamps have the Queen on them? Draw an array to represent the 12 stamps by drawing an X for each stamp. Since you want to find 2/3 of the stamps, your array should show how many rows of an equal size. So we are going to use our denominator for our number of rows. So how many rows are we going to have?
3.
3. So I'm going to put 3 X's. And then how many total stamps do I need?
12.
12. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we said you're going to have 3 rows, right? So it's a circle. How many? We're going to use our numerator to tell us how many rows we're going to circle. So how many rows are we going to circle?
2.
2. Because 2 is in our numerator. So circle 2 of the 3 rows to show 2/3 of 12. Then count the number of X's in the circle. So how many X's did I circle?
8.
8, because 2 times 4 is 8. So complete the number sentences. 2/3 of 12 is
8.
8, or 2/3 times 12 is
8.
8. So there are
8.
8 stamps with a picture of Queen Elizabeth II. On your math board, use counters to find 4/6 of 12. Explain why the answer is the same as when you find 2/3 of 12. So why would 2/3 and 4/6 get us the same answer, guys?
Because 2/3 is the same form of 4/6.
Okay, 2/3 and 4/6 are equivalent. And you guys said 2/3 is the simpler form of 4/6. Draw an array. Susan has 16 stamps in her collection. 3/4 of the stamps are from the United States. How many of her stamps are from the United States and how many are not? So we need 16 stamps total, and then we only want 3/4. So when I go to draw my X's, how many rows do I need?
4.
4, because 4 is my denominator. And then I need a total of how many stamps?
16.
16. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Of those 16, or of those 4 rows, how many rows am I going to circle? What was my numerator?
3.
3. So, once I circled those 3 rows, how many X's do I now have in that circle?
12.
12. So, 12 of Susan's stamps are from the United States, and how many did I not circle?
4.
4 stamps are not. Complete the model to solve 7/8 of 16 or 7/8 times 16. How many rows of counters are there? So how many rows do we have, guys? Remember, your denominator tells you how many rows. So how many rows? 8. How many counters are in each row?
2.
2. Circle 2 rows to, or how many rows do we need to circle? 7, because that's what our numerator is, right? So we're going to do 7 rows. How many counters did I circle?
14.
14, because 7 times 2 is 14. So 7/8 of 16 equals 14. 7/8 times 16 equals
14.
14. Use a model to solve 2/3 times 18. So how many rows do I need?
3.
3. And then I need a total of 18. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Of those 3 rows, how many rows am I circling? 2, because that is our numerator. 2 times what?
6.
6 is
12.
12. 2/5 times 15. How many rows do I need?
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I need how many total?
15.
15. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many of those 5 rows am I going to circle? 2. 2 times 3 is
6.
6. So I have 6 X's. 2/3 times 6. How many rows?
3.
3. How many total X's?
6.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. How many of those 3 rows am I going to circle?
2.
2, because that's our numerator. And how many did I circle?
4.
4. On your own. 5/8 times 24. How many rows? 8. Okay, and I need 24, right?
Yep.
So basically 3 columns, right? How many of those rows do I circle?
5.
5. So 5 times 3 is
15.
15. Okay? And then of course you go on and do the rest. So basically you draw an array. So the denominator tells you how many rows you will have. Then the whole number tells you how many X's you will have. And then the numerator tells you how many rows to circle, right?